Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Harmeet Dhillon is a civil rights attorney in the state of California. She joins us tonight. Harmeet, you've been involved in a number of suits with the state over immigration-related questions. I want to ask you about driver's licenses. 1 million of them now issued to people in California illegally. California politicians are bragging about this as if it's an achievement. What's the purpose of this?
Well, the purpose of it, Tucker, is to respond to a lawsuit that was filed in Southern California a couple of years ago, and the settlement of that lawsuit led to this law. And the idea by the proponents of this is that if people have driver's licenses, then we have some information about them. They have to pass the same type of a test as other drivers, and they have to get insurance, et cetera. But in reality, what you have is, I mean, these are people who are self-identifying, and number one thing they have to prove or state on the application is that, hi, I'm not here in the country legally. And so that's the premise. And then you have to think about everything that flows from their interactions with the DMV flowing from that premise. I've already broken some laws. I'm here illegally. I'd like some benefits from you. And as we all know, that's a slippery slope. Eventually, they're going to be asking for more benefits, and they're getting them in California.
So I don't think any politician on either side does anything unless it's part of a larger plan. I mean, there's a purpose to this. What's the purpose to this? It's not about driver safety.
Absolutely.
They don't care.
Right. Well, the goal of the Democrats who are pushing this is obviously to get votes. That's number one. And they're going to have a built-in voting bank if they succeed in giving more and more benefits to aliens, illegal aliens in our state. And, you know, what was interesting to see in the recent discussion about DACA is that when the president offered a path to citizenship that was 10 years or 12 years away, all of a sudden Democrats lost interest. I think that they're very interested in harvesting this bank of voters for the immediate future, and they're not interested in any compromises. And, you know, as a Republican, frankly, I don't love the idea of any folks here who are here illegally getting citizenship. I can see some rationales for some people having some sort of a worker's status or what have you. But that's really the agenda here. And, you know, the agenda is permeating to every level. In the UC system, for example, we are seeing illegal aliens being granted a reprieve from a $1,000 tuition increase. So if you're an out-of-state student who comes here and pays an exorbitant fee to attend UC Berkeley, you have to pay $1,000 extra. If you're an illegal alien, you don't. So that's an equal protection issue as well. And, you know, who thinks that the DMV is going to be doing a great job of maintaining the sanctity of our voting rolls? That's another thing that's happening, is that we're having automatic voter registration through the DMV. And all you have to do there is simply say, I'm a citizen. It's an honor test. It's an honor test being presented to a population, 7% of which are admittedly here illegally.
Well, that's exactly right. Right. And the whole point of it is to abet voter fraud, obviously. Thank you. Harmeet Dhillon, great to see you.
My pleasure.
The state of New York is now pressuring